Hi, I'm Alyssa, your free range psychic. Today is January the 9th, 2022. I still have my tree up. I'll take it down in a few weeks, but I love it so much. And it seems like the holidays just flew by, and New Year's Eve was just a little bit more than a week ago. Now it's like into 2022. Let's move on, move forward. So today I'm going to do a brief update on Javanka, Jared and Ivanka. And I am Kushner. I wanted to say Trump, but it's actually Kushner, right? Or Trump Kushner, whatever. However, they hyphenate it if they do it all. And I am reading from the Ciro Marchetti deck, the Gilded Tarot. We have an oracle card for us from the Messenger Oracle deck by Ravanne Phyllan afterwards. And then, of course, if you want to stick around, there's a musical interlude. Let's get to it. The card that comes up for them is the Devil. So, of course, this means everything you think it means. Narcissist coming from a dark energy source, up to no good, evil. But my guides also showed me that it means both of them being driven by the same force, which is their fathers, having been narcissists and extremely corrupt and extremely manipulative and extremely, I'd say almost, if not vampiric on their energy. So they're haunted by the same ghost. They're driven by the same subconscious needs to be loved and accepted by their father. And they are under the thrall of their father. So this is what that also means. Above the Seven of Swords, this is Jared and Ivanka furiously really trying to hide their money under cover of darkness. They're trying to move money around. They made so much money under the Trump administration, and much of it was ill-gotten gains. So right now they're in the process of hiding it in various, I want to say outsourced or overseas bank accounts, maybe some money laundering allegedly. But that is really what their preoccupation is right now. In the past, the guides gave me this card, the Magician. So this is Ivanka and Jared trying to come back into New York society and fit in. And just as if nothing to see here, they're wanting to pretend that they're still royalty. They're still celebrity personalities in association with having been the daughter and son-in-law of the president. But they're working some kind of illusion here, or they're trying to, but unfortunately it not working because they're being called out, especially in New York, because people hate them. But they're trying to just kind of walk it back, walk behind the scenes. Nothing to see here. Don't know what you're talking about. We're separate entities from the MAGAs. And really, I think Ivanka would love to be seen, whatever her real feelings or beliefs are, as a liberal Democrat who, like kind of, how like Ghislaine or Ghislaine, I always want to say Ghislaine or Ghislaine Maxwell, but it's Ghislaine, I believe she pronounces it, had her Ocean Conservancy to give her some kind of credibility. I know that Ivanka would want to be doing that right now, to be seen as that kind of person. But that is what they have been up to regarding trying to fit back into society after the orange one was kicked out. Below, this is, again, a focus on money, trying to keep their money, trying to consolidate their money, all about the money. In the near future, my guides show me this card, which is the Five of Wands. So this is really Ivanka and Jared fighting. What are they fighting about? They're fighting about being conflicted. Here you have, allegedly, Ivanka wanting to distance herself from her father, distance herself from the insurrection, distance herself from the ongoing attempted coup on this country by the maggots. She wants to back away. She wants to get on with her life. She has ambitions. She truly wants to run for some kind of office. And she doesn't want to be associated anymore with her father in that way. I'm not saying not talking to her father, but just the reputation her father has, what her father's going through. But Jared is still hitching his wagon onto the Trump bus, the Trump Titanic. He still feels and sees the possibility of grift, of money, of access. And so they're fighting about that. Jared wants to stick with Trump and be part of that whole debacle that's going on, even thinking that there can be continued acquisition of power or power of influence. And Ivanka's like, no, I don't want to be associated with that anymore. I want to start a whole fresh new journey for myself. I want to rebuild my reputation. I want to become like it's the word is escaping me, but somebody fresh and new. I want to reinvent myself. That's the word I was looking for. And so they're fighting about that. In the clarifying card, which is really the gist of the whole reading, the Tower. So no matter what they want to do, they're going down with the Titanic here. They're going down with the Trump Titanic, the Trump Tower. The Tower is blowing up, and the brand is blowing up, and there's nothing they can really do. Whether Ivanka wants to distance herself or not, here she cannot, because the damage is done. The crimes were committed, and now the consequences are coming. The outcome card, I wanted to say the overall card, but actually I meant the outcome card is justice. So even though they want to back away or do let's say they want to do things in private and Ivanka wants to back away, justice is going to reveal the truth on their activities, and they are going to have to pay the piper. They are going to have to meet justice. They're going to have to explain themselves. And this is both by the House Investigations Committee, because there's definitely questions that the committee wants to ask regarding January 6th and before and after of both of them. But there's also illegal money, grifting charges, acquisition charges by the New York Attorney General. There's a whole bunch of justice coming down on them. A whole bunch. That is my reading on Javanka. They're such a weird couple. I'm just looking at them. Jared is so... I've observed this before, but he looks so feminine compared to Ivanka. As beautiful as she is, she's definitely the more masculine force, and they're just such a... Not that there's anything wrong with that dynamic, but it's just they seem to have a weird dynamic between them. But surely they understand each other regarding having the same kind of fathers. Okay, so our oracle card is Time to Ground. There you go. Time to ground. We all experience moments in our lives when we feel confused, unfocused, and surrounded by chaos and turmoil. These moments are often unavoidable, as are the lessons these moments can impart. But how you respond to them is a choice you can make, and only you. Take a deep breath and a moment to pause and reconnect with Gaia and nature. Seek the silence of the void within whilst your spirit spirals downward to anchor itself like an ancient tree root in the cleansing embrace of the earth beneath you. Time to ground. That is my reading for today. My information is below in the description box, or if you listen to the musical interlude or just fast forward ahead, it's at the very end of the video before the subscribe and save card. I'm available for personal readings, past lives, anything in the present. I love to introduce you to your guardian angels, and I'm a medium. It's such a strange time right now, like this first week of January 2022, when we're taking a breath and we don't quite know what to expect, but we're hopeful, and the guides tell us we should be hopeful. But a ton of things are going to be happening. It's going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to start pretty soon regarding justice, I would say. And I'm still waiting for DeJoy to be fired, but my guide said he would be. And this is January. This is when the prediction was supposed to happen. I'm hoping it happens whenever it happens, even if we have to wait till February. But that's my biggest concern right now. Okay, you guys, I love you. You take care. Enjoy. I will be with you next week. Bye-bye.